Welcome to my channel, Kedar Dave. For standard 12th computer studies, it is for science and commerce stream students. If you want to get the different types of material, then you can download this from this site computer studies kedardave.wordpress.com. And this is my YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Kedar Dave. In this session, we learn the Java basics part 2. So structure of the Java program, it is given here, and one example, I will show you one example in the SkyText editor, how to write a simple Java program. So understand the structure of Java program. First of all, you write a public class and class name. Here in our example public class, the class name is hello Java. Then curly bracket to start and write the different optionals, variables and declaration part in this section, and the different methods you define here. So here public static void main string arguments, this method we define. After that uh, write a curly bracket and then write the Java source code or different Java statements in this curly bracket. Right, start the curly bracket and write the different Java source code. So in our example, I write a one statement, that is the system dot out dot println in bracket within double quotation mark, right, welcome to Java program, double quotation over, then round bracket and semicolon, and close the statement with the semicolon and close it by using the uh, curly bracket. Okay, and main program close. So in this this is the one example I will show that in the text editor, how to write, how to run, and how to display output. So this is a text editor. Here we write public class and hello Java, then curly bracket, write public static void main, and in bracket strings as capital string args, and again curly bracket, use tab key, then write system dot out dot println round bracket, double quotation marks, and write welcome to Java program, close curly bracket and main program close. And then if you want to add line numbers, then option is given, go to the view and click on the line numbers. Right, if error is displayed by a Java compiler, you can directly jump to that particular line numbers by using this option. Okay, so I save file. So my class name is hello Java, so I give file name hello Java dot extension Java. So file save as, I select 12 standard practical, and my file name is, my class name is hello Java dot extension is also Java. Then save it here, right, and then go to the tools and click on compile. Exchange shortcut key is Control F7. So press Control F7, otherwise use this tools and compile. So to display compiler display exit code 0 means there is no error in this program. Go to the tools and click on F5 or click on go. So it will display this program's output. It is hello, welcome to Java program, right? So this is the simple Java program. You can write a source code, compile it, right? If compilation displays successful message exit code 0, then generate output by using the go option in the SkyText editor. Okay, so this is the simple structure and example. After that, the following are the Java statements used within a method definitions such as a main. And so these are the different 8 basic Java statements we use within a method. So first one, data types, variables, different types of literals or the constants available in the Java program, comments, Java statements and the different expressions. After that, arithmetic operators, comparison operators and logical operators. So we start with the first one. It is the data types. So data types determine the required memory size, type of values, range of values and type of operations that can be performed. In this Java programming, it will support 8 primitive data types that handles the common types of different integers, floating point numbers, characters and the boolean values true or false. So these primitive data types are the byte short, integer long, right? So first 4 data types it will the hold integers, means the whole numbers like the 17, 15, 35, 96 or any other whole number, or minus numbers like the 5, minus 5, minus 7, 38,477 and different others. Okay, then next to byte short, integer long, it is the 4 types of integers. After that, the float and double, right? So it will hold that real numbers, right? Floating point numbers uh, and the characters, it is hold the single characters set from the Unicode character set, and the boolean, it will hold the one of the two logical values true or false. So these data types are called the primitive as they are built into the system, right? Note that these data types are machine independent, which means that we can rely on this size and the characteristics to be consistent across all the Java programs on all the machines. Means this is the independent and machine independent. Data types are machine independent, right? So when you install your program in any operating system, it will work. Okay, so data types, primitive data types, as we discussed, the integer, byte short, integer long, floating point, it is a float and double, right? Character data type and boolean data type. These are the some non-primitive data types: classes, interfaces, arrays and strings. And data types in Java, the storage space, right? So data types hold the storage space, right? And the type of value, this is the range of value and this is the default value, right? When you use data type, default value, it is generated by the Java program. So byte, it is the 1 byte, integer and minus 128 and 127, right? And the default value is 0. Short data type, it is 2 bytes storage space, it is type of value integer and the range of value, it is 32,768 to 32,767, default value is 0, right? Integer data type, it will storage space require, it is 4 bytes integer and this is the range of value, right? Default value is 0. Long data type, maximum hold this value, it is 8 bytes, right? and integer data type and maximum range of values you can store it. Default value is 0. Floating point, float data type 4 bytes, real type of values, right? And this range of values, it is you can store with the the significant digits, right? Default value is 0. Double data type 8 bytes, real type of values, and maximum number of values it is stored with a significant 15 digits. Default value is 0. Character data type storage space is 2 byte, type of value is type of value it is character, and 16-bit Unicode character sets it will support your Java program, and default value is 0. Boolean data type, it will storage space is 1 byte. Boolean value, range of values is true or false, right? It will default value is false by default. The range value calculation is given, right? I will show you that. Just write the calc and open the calculator. So if you want to find the range of value, just as 128 multiply by 128 multiply by sorry 128 multiply by 128 into 2, right? So it will display 32,768 multiply by 32,768 into 2. So it will display the next value 2147483648, right? And then if your calculator support, then it will display the next value also. Okay, so this type of range of values are uh, available in the Java program. Okay, after that, second point is the variables. If anything is to be remembered by the computer, there will be the requirement of variables during the program execution. It needs to be stored in the memory of the computer, right? So program manipulates data that are stored in the memory. Here one example is given. Integer, it is called the data type. Age, it is the variable name. Is equal to sign, it is called the assignment operator. We learn in this chapter what is the assignment operator. After that, 20, it is the value. So 20 value, it is the reserve memory for the variable, right? So this way you write data type, variable name, assignment operator, and value, right? So always value store in the variable in the right to left direction, right? So now the variable age value is 20. Okay, in the high level language such as Java, names are used instead of the numerical address of memory locations to refer to Java, right? The programmer has to remember only the name, right? The name it is used to refer data store in the memory, and it is called a variable, right? So as a Java developer or Java programmer, you have to just remember that variable name. In this example, variable name is age. So throughout the program, you have to just remember the variable name age, not the numerical address of the Java. Okay, what are the syntax of the Java program? One of the more variables can declare in the Java using the declaration statement within with the following syntax. This is the syntax. Type name means the data type name and the variable name, which you have to define in your program, and semicolon. So conventions used here in the syntax are as follow. First of all, you have to use angle bracket, right, and denote the items to be specified by the user, and curly brackets denote the list of items separated by the comma sign, right? So if you want to add the more than one variable in the single data type, then use the comma sign. The sum of the examples here: integer space max semicolon, right? Integer data type and variable name is max. Double data type, if you want to define more than one variable in the single data type, then we use the comma sign. This is the example: double data type space amount comma interest. If you want to add the one more maturity amount, maturity, then use comma and write maturity and semicolon over. So 3 variable names define you in the single data type, right? Float, space rate, then boolean data type is pass. This way you define a syntax. After that you must follow the rules of for define a variable. To define variable name, certain rules have to be followed by Java developer, a Java programmer. If you not follow the rules of this defining the variable, it will generate a syntax error, and syntax error generated by your Java compiler. First one, it must begin with alphabet, underscore, or the dollar sign. Alphabet, underscore, or the dollar sign. After the first character, it may certain contain digit, alphabets, dollar sign, and underscore, right? So first character of your variable, it must begin with the alphabet, and here the legal names are given: birth, underscore date, result, call cost, top 5 students, date, and amount. These are the legal names, variable names, and these are the some illegal variable names: for me, percentage discount, birth, space date. And so these are the some illegal variable names. In the first one, 4 is given, it is the numeric, right? We must begin the alphabet underscore the dollar sign. Second number, percentage, no special character is used, right? uh, and birth, space, right? The no space are allowed in variables. So the birth date, it is the invalid variable name. It can be reserved word, it cannot be a reserved word in the variable name. Reserved words have special use in Java and cannot be used by the programmer for other purposes. So you cannot use the different types of reserved words available in the Java program, right? And these are the reserved words: class, public, static, if, else, and the different others. These are the some guidelines related with the naming the variable name. First of all, select the meaningful name. uh, Java allows variable names of any length. When a name includes several words, like the balance amount, follow the one conventions mentioned below, right? So you use the camel case option, right? Capitalize the uh, first word, first alphabet of each word except for the first word. This is the sometimes referred to as an camel case, since the uppercase letter in the middle of a name are supposed to be like to the hand hump on the camel's back, like this, right? Balance amount. So second word first character is capital, second word first character is capital. And if you want to separate the word, so use underscore. This is the second option. So you have two options. If your word is big, and if your variable length is big, then at that time you use the camel case option or underscore option. Literals, name used for a constant value, is known as literals in the Java programming. It's a constant value you have to use in your program, and throughout the execution of the program it will display that value, that is called the constant value, or it is called the constant or the literal, right? And there are some different kinds of literals in the Java for numbers, character, string, and boolean values. So literals with the example. First one, it is the integer literals. It is plus 10, 5, minus 8, and the different others. Then floating point literals, it is 1.2, 10.50, 0.25, minus 1.999, etc. Character literals, it is within single quotation mark you write character, that comes in the character literal. Then the string letters within double quotation mark you write text, right? For example, hi, double within inverted comma we write online learning. These are some examples of the string literals. Boolean literals, it is true or false. What is in that numerical literals? It is this numerical literals are used to represent integer or real numbers, right? For example, 1.57 or 17.42 are literals. In that integer literals are the literals that are the whole numbers. Java allows decimal number system. It is its base is 10. Octal number system, its base is 8, and hexadecimal number system, its base is 16, and it will support the Unicode integer literals also. Ordinary integers such as the 4, 157, 1777 or minus 32 are the decimal integers, and the literals of the type byte, short, or integer depending on their size. A decimal integer larger than integer, Java automatically uh, define as a long data type. So the user can force the smaller number to be the long by appending the capital L or small l, uppercase or lowercase letter l as a suffix to that number. For example, 4l, it is the longer integer having values 4. And negative integers you can define by using the minus sign. For example, minus 45. And the real number literals are called the floating point literals, and these numbers can represent using the two types of notations. The first notations, it is the standard notation, and the second one, it is the scientific notation. So what is in that standard notation? The integers part and the fraction part are the separated with the decimal point. For example, our percentage, right? So it comes into the point. For example, 91.50 or some other examples, 12.37. So what is in the scientific notations? It followed by a letter small e or capital E and sign integer exponent. For example, 12.3737 e minus 1.108. So what is in that Boolean literals? It is for the type Boolean, there are precisely two literals, true or false, right? True and false. There are literals are to be typed without quotation, right? It is next one, it is the character literals. In that you can express by using the single character surrounded by the single quote. For example, write a single character within single inverted comma, right? So a has 3 and different other examples. Characters are stored in as a 16-bit Unicode character sets, right? And certain special characters have the special literals that use a backslash as an escape character. So you have to use backslash, right, as an escape character. So some characters or the some codes you have to insert in your Java program in your source code. At that time you use this escape code, right? So special codes that can represent non-printable characters, and it is not that characters are not available on the keyboard from the Unicode character set. For example, if you want to add new lines, if use /n /t, it is tab /b backspace /r carriage return, and the different other escape codes are given here. So what is in the string literals? In Java, all other data types represent objects rather than the primitive data. The string, it is called a sequence of characters, right, in the programming language. For example, to represent the string values, many congratulations, the following string literals has to be typed. in your Java source code. Double quotation marks, many, comma, then backslash, then within inverted comma you write congratulations, right? Then it will display this message in the output. Similarly, in the string, this string brought to you by Java and slash u2122, it is the Unicode sequence, right? It produces the trademark symbol, right? So if you want to generate trademark or copyright symbol, then Unicode uh, special code you have to use, right? So it will generate that trademark symbol in the program's output. After that, fourth topic, it is comments. It is very useful for the Java programmer uh, to understand the program, right, for everyone. So comments in the program for the human readers only, means for the programmers only. They are entirely ignored by the compiler, right, when you use these comments in the Java program. Comments are important to make the program easy to understand for everyone. In the Java, there are three types of comments are available: single line comment, multi-line comment, and documentation comment. We learn one by one. First one, single line comment. So it begins with a double forward slash, and extended till the end of line. The computer ignores the double slash and everything that follows it on the same line. Then what is in that multi-line comments? It is begin with the forward slash and asterisk sign and write your comment and end it with the asterisk and forward slash. So this type of comment is usually used to have more than one line as a comment. If you want to wish to write a single line comment, use double forward slash, right? And if you want to write more than one line, use this multi-line comment. Any text between two delimiters, it is considered as a comment. Comments cannot be nested. That is, we cannot have comment inside comment. Okay, so this is for the programmers. It is very useful if you create different types of programs, right? And to understand every programmers, we use this comment. Then the last one, it is the documentation comment. This type of comments begin with the forward slash and double asterisk sign and write the small or the brief informations about your Java program, and then close it with the asterisk and forward slash. They are used for the creating API documentations from the code. These are special comments that are used for the Java document system, right? So for the Java document systems, you use this type of documentation comments. Okay, after that, the next topic, it is the expressions. So expressions are the essential part of any programming, and the basic building block of expressions are the literals, right, variables, and the different function cells. So recall a function, it is a subroutine that returns a value. The simple expressions can be literals, variables, functions call. More complex expressions can be built up using the operators to combine similar expressions. And operators are available and you can use in the Java program are the plus, minus, multiplications, and the division and the modular symbol, comparison operators, logical operators. So when several operators appears in an expression, there is a question of precedence, the basic rule of the mathematics which determines how the operators are grouped for evaluation. Here one simple example is given. For example, in expression a plus b into c, right? So b into c it is computed first, and then the result is added to a. It is displayed here, a plus b into c, right? So first one, it is 10 plus 20 multiplied by 30, right? So 30 plus 20 plus 30, 20 multiplied by 30, and it is that answer it is added with the 10. So answer displayed 610. So what is in the multiplication has the higher precedence than the addition. If the default precedence is not what is required, then parentheses are used to specify the groupings. And so you can specify it by using the groupings, by using the round bracket. For example, in expression in bracket a plus b multiplied by c, so it adds a plus b first, right? For example, 10 plus 20, and then multiplies the result with c. So 10 plus 20, 30, 30 multiplied by 30, so it will display the result 900, right? So this is the simple mathematical rule you apply, right? And if you have to specify, then use the grouping option and use round bracket. After that, next topic it is operators. So operators are the special symbols used to build expression in your Java program. It is very important for the Java programmer, right? These are the number of operators are given, right? You can use and build your expression, build your Java expression, right? That's why the maths group students uh, have the computer subject, right? After the 12th standard, number of students nowadays select computer field, right? So they'll learn the mathematics rules, right? Mathematical logics in the 11th and 12th standard. So Java supports many types of different operators. Below given are some of them: mathematical operators, comparison operators, logical operators, conditional operators, and assignment operators. So what is in that arithmetic operator? In Java, basic operators, arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and the modular sign. All these operators, plus and minus, can be used unary or take only the one operate, right? All the operators can be applied on any type of numerical data, right? So numerical data uh, like the byte, short, integer, long, float, and double. They can also be uh, used with the value of type character, which are treated in this context. With character type of data, it is Unicode number, it is considered as its value when it is used with a arithmetical operator. So what is in that comparison operator? It is the comparison operators are also known as the relational operator, and these are the different meanings and its options. Operators are given. Comparison operator: first, a is equal to, is a equal to b, is a is equal to b, then the meanings of these operators are: a is equal to b, and is a is equal to b, is a not equal to b, and is less than b, is a greater than b, is less than or equal to b, or is a greater than or equal to b, right? These are the comparison operators you use in the Java program. Okay, after that, next one, it is the logical operators. So these operators are also the Boolean operators as they operate on Boolean operands. In Java, logical operations uh, and for that double and sign is used, or double piping symbol is used, X, or then caret symbol is used, and not exclamation sign is used, right? uh, the Boolean operator double and is used to combine value for logical AND operator. The result of expression A and B is true only if the both operands A and B are true, right? So for example, X double is equal to sign is 0 and Y double is equal to sign is equal to 0 is true if only if the both X is equal to 0. So you can use these logical operators in your Java program. And here the following table listed the logical operators. Assume Boolean variables hold a true and the variable B holds false. Then the operator AND, operator logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT. And this is the descriptions and this is the example, right? A and B, so is false, A or B it is true, and logical not, and exclamation sign in bracket A and B, so is true, right? So variable holds the true or false value by using this operator. After that, conditional operator. The conditional operators in the Java, it is ternary operator. Using the three operands, it uses two symbols, question mark and the colon sign. In the expression to delimit these three operands, it takes the following form: Boolean expression, question mark expression 1, colon expression 2. So here the one example is given. So for example, consider the statement, right? N is equal to 8. So n is modulus 2 is equal to 0, question mark, right? N divided by 2, colon 3 multiplied by n plus 1. So the first operand is true, right? And next one, it is n plus n is equal to 4. Then if n is odd, the first expression result in a false, and it will assign the value 3 multiplied by n plus 1, right? So 3 multiplied by n plus 1 to the next. Note that the parentheses in this example are not required, but they do not make the expressions easier to read, right? So this is the one example of the conditional operator. So assignment operator in the Java, an expressions containing assignment, it is equal to sign operator, it is generally refers to an assignment statement. Once a variable has been declared, a value can be assigned to the variable by using the assignment operator. And here one example is given: variable is equal to expressions or the value, and this is the statement, and this is example. Rate is equal to 10.02 f, means 10.02 floating point value it is stored in the rate by using the operator that is called assignment operator. After that, different control structures are given in the Java program that you can use in your Java program. So generally in the programming, the statements are executed sequentially one by one in your program. One sequence complete, and then second, then third, fourth, fifth, right, like this. But sometimes the program logic needs to change the flow of the sequence. At that time you have to use this control structures. These statements that enables to control the flow of executions are considered as an control structures. There are two types of control structures. It is the first, it is loops and branches. So what is loops? Loops are used to repeat a sequence of statements over and over until some condition occurs. The branches are used to select among the two or more possible courses of action, so also called the selective structure. After that, the next one, it is the block in the Java program. Uh, this statement, it is used for use of the statement enclosed between the pair of brackets. Right? This is the format of the block. Start the curly bracket, write your Java source codes in the statement sections and close this uh, curly bracket. Right? After that, the block can be used for the various purpose as follow. Right? So various purposes are given to group a sequence of statements into a unit that is to be treated as a single statement, usually in the control structure. To group logically related statements, and you can create variables with the local scope for statements within a block you can use. Right? So these are the various purpose you can use the block. This is the one example, right? So in your main program, if you want to swap the value, right, then you can use this simple block of statements. First one, you start the curly bracket, and then before that you define the variable. Here one example is given. It is very easy to swap the value. So first of all, you have to select the three variables: integer x, integer y, and integer temp. So x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. We swap the value and we store the 20 into the x, and uh, in the y we store 10. Right? We swap the value. So how we can swap it? Temp is equal to x. So value store in the variable in the right to left direction. And for that you have to use assignment operator, that is equal to sign. So x value 10, it store in the temp variable. So now the value of temp is 10. Next one, x is equal to y. So y's value is 20. So 20 store in the x. So the new value of x is 20. Next one, y is equal to temp. So temp value is 10, and now the new value of y is the 10. Then you have to print that. So print x. So the new value of x is 20, and print y. So new value of y is 10. So this way you swap the value by using the block of statements. Use curly bracket to start the block and end the block with the curly bracket. And this is the one example of the block. After that, next one is if statement. If statement, when it is used, a program enables to take one or more alternative courses of actions. So depending on the whether the value of given boolean value expression is true or false. It is an example of branching or decision or selective control structure. Right? So this is the structure of if statement. Here one example is given. It is a simple Java program. If user is equal to 18, if user is less than is equal to 18, then it will print the message user is 18 or younger. And if second, user is greater than 18, then it will generate a message to the user is older than 18. Then repetitive control structures. In that, the Java supports three types of looping construct: for, while, and do while. So the syntax and the structure of all these loops, right? Repetitive control structure examples are the structure are given here. Okay, so this is the end of chapter. Thank you.